Welcome back to Tuna's Travels around the world in 8 Plus Cups. We're here with episode number 5 of club number 8, and since we were last here for that thrilling 3-all draw against Majora United, we beat Jakarta 1-0, Womsey War with the only goal of the game, before a 0-0 draw with Lampung in the first leg of the Pila Indonesia final, before beating Borneo 2-1, Rahmat and Yunus scoring, before a late consolation goal from Kambu for them. Before we then threw the kids out against Badung, we've only had 3 days between that game and the final. We've got a comfortable lead in the league, which we'll look at in just one moment. And Msen getting the only goal for us before Kasuma in the 86th minute levelling up for a 1-all draw. We pretty much pick youth prospects for this game. So if we just take a look at the league table, the lowest we can finish now is second behind Kronos. We have a 3-point advantage over them with 2 games in hand. The highest they can get to is 70 points. They have 2 games left. So we just know 4 points will seal the title at a minimum. But today, like I say, we have the final, the second leg against Lampung, and there is away goals. Of course there's away goals. We drew 0-0 in the first leg, so we don't have any away goals. So we have to beat them on the night, pretty much. Sirigar in goal, Kaimu, Kayo, Hadana and Haranto at the back, Fimusei and Keihono in midfield, Imibri behind Tabuni with Elapia and Msen on the wings. We're missing Pige, Pebi and Isuanto on international duty still. Indonesia are playing in the Southeastern Asian Cup, something like that, I don't know. But apparently it's good enough for them to take the players away from us. I want them to relax and play their natural game, and the result will come to us. Don't want to put too much pressure on them for this final. If we concede first, then we have a pretty big issue. Obviously, we need to score 2. If they score and it is them with a goal kick, one in the air by Haranto, picked up by Sawano and kept in. Afani looks forward. Hedana winning the header this time. Msen coming inside, pass 1. Wasn't a great ball to Tabuni, but it keeps it alive to Imibri. Msen on the wing, crossing in for Tabuni, who has been on a goal drought, but he's managed to end that drought here. 9.5 minutes into the game, getting across his man, beating at the goalkeeper at the near post. It's his first goal in, I believe, 7 games now. And he needed that to boost his confidence. It was a great ball in and say cross his man. Keeper probably should have done better. It was straight at him. He can only push it into the back of the net. But it is a 1-0 lead. We did have a chat with Tabuni before the game, telling him that I had faith in him to get back to his goal scoring ways as well. And it looks to have paid off. And now Elapia on the wing. Cross is blocked. Kayo stepping in pretty well to win that header. And the ball forward finds Elapia one-on-one with the keeper, and it's just pushed wide. Perhaps should have squared that for Tabuni for a tap-in. Here's Tabuni with the corner. Header clear. Now Susanto looking to bring it out. Does have a couple of players getting forward with him. Cross is blocked though. Great tackle there by Kaimu to block that cross coming in. And, well, we're the better team. If you look at the stats, they haven't had a chance yet. We have another corner. Tabuni, can he find a red and white head this time? He can. It's from Mario Msen with his 7th goal of the season, tapping in a header from just a couple of yards out to give us a 2-0 lead, and a pretty comfortable lead, you would imagine, as well in this game. Good delivery there, and more like 4 yards than 2, but keeper left stranded. It's a pretty good header. It is just a tap in. And yeah, comfortable at the moment. Obviously, this is the cup competition that we have to win in this country. And as we come towards half time, it looks like we're going to do it. And that is going to be half time. It is 2-0. And it looks like we could be about to do Indonesia in, well, half a season, basically. You'd back us to get 4 points from our final 4 league games. 2 of the teams that we still have to play at least are in the relegation zone. There are 2 games in hand. Dangerous free kick though. Straight into the wall. Second shot. Just wide. Msen is tired, so we are going to take him off for... Yeah, we'll bring on Womsey War for him. And they're trying to be a little bit more attacking with width by the looks of it. Did I not just agree to take him off? Well, I don't know, but we are now. The Lope going off as well for Eunice. As we're into the final 5 minutes, this second half has flown by, which is what happens when you don't really get any highlights. Tim and Sayer winning the ball from a pretty poor goal kick. Wamsey War on that left-hand wing. Crossing to Kayono, just wide. Third goal perhaps would have been a bit harsh on them. They haven't been too bad. They haven't turned up and set the world alight, but, you know, we haven't really been creating loads and loads of chances. Adana with a free kick inside our own half. Wamsey War on that wing again. Artano looks forward for Tabuni into the area, and he does make it free. 3-0, 18th goal of the season for Tabuni. He really has found some form today. Proved me right, have some trust in him. And a very good goal. Hartano, lovely ball forward. One touch, bang, volley, across the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Tough angle for him there as well, so a very good finish. 2 goals for him. That is going to see the game out. And we are Pila Indonesia champions. That is competition number 1 for us in Indonesia. And we just need 4 points in the league to seal that. And complete Indonesia. And as that is completing, we should have Canada and the Republic of Ireland becoming available as well for us. Still have Wales to complete. They have a couple of jobs going there. The bottom 2 teams. How many games do they play over there? In the league, 32. The league splits in 2 after 22. Might not be a bad shout to look at potentially someone like Barlatown. And try and take them over and keep them up and see what we can do next season. But of course, we still have to win the league here first. So that is to be discussed at a later date. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. So we should win it, just needing 4 points from 4 games. But we still got to seal it first. And we've got 2 days for that game against Lemongun. So we're going to come back to that in just one moment. So we're back in league action. And this is one of our games in hand against 16th place Lemongun. And I'm actually just going to step back. Sirigar continues in goal. Islan Toro is back from international duty, but Sirigar's been in such good form. I don't want to drop him out. Kayo, Pawanto, Arif and Hatano at the back. Tim Say with Wamsey War in midfield. Ramad, Amibi, Elapia and Tabuni continue the squad. And I've just realised that Wamsey War is actually a real player for this team. He's now been with Jayapura for 23 years in game. What a 13 years, not 23 years. What a servant to the club he is. And he's going to see it out with another league title and a Pila Cup title as well, which I also noticed after that last game, that this club actually finished runners-up in that last year. So, yeah, it was nice to, actually win that one. Now, we can't win the league in this game, but we can effectively win it because we have the goal difference advantage. If we just take a look, might be making this up. Oh no, results between teams. So what did we do against Kronos? Obviously we drew in that game. What did they do earlier this season? They beat them. Okay, so if we do win the league, win this game, then we won the league. Nice and simple. So it's 3 points that we need. Say you can't get to the header, but Wamsey War plays into Booney, shot straight at the goalkeeper, push wide. Probably should have done a bit better with that. It was a big chance for him. Now we have a corner. Tabuni delivers. Ramad flicks it on, and was that in the back of the net? It is now, regardless. Elapia firing home. There was a massive scramble in there. And, well, we have the goal now. It's a good corner in, a dangerous corner in. Flicked on, and just kept out by the goalkeeper, nearly an own goal. But he can only push it to Elapia, who fires into what is basically an empty net. Give us the lead, and at the moment, the league title. 20 minutes into the game. And things are going relatively well for us. Wamsey steps in and wins the interception. Now Elapia, the goal scorer, finds Tabuni, holds it up, goes back to Elapia. Switches to play for Ahmed. Kayo gives a bit extra width there, and he's got space to run into. Rahmed, cross in, Tabuni, looked offside, he was offside. Anytime a player has that much of a gap between him and the defenders, you always wonder. And yeah, it was quite clearly offside in the end. Decent finish, keeper probably should have done a bit better, but it doesn't matter anyway. And well, we're not really having loads of possession, but we are having the chances. Rahmed's free kick, flicked on and just over the bar. And now the question is, what do we do for the next season? Do we look at somewhere like Wales, Republic of Ireland, Canada? Winning this would open up Finland as well. Or do we stay here and have a go at the Asian Champions League with an Indonesian club? We do have a pretty decent team. Tabuni can't get there, but Elapia can. And he has acres of space, cuts inside, switches it for Ahmed. Simon Sayer, if he can pull it back across, players in the box, he can, it's off the post and cleared out just about. And we almost made that more difficult than it needed to be. Now Yunus is in. Forced out wide, he pulls one to the edge of the area, which is cleared out as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we decide to do. I haven't really thought about it too much yet. Obviously, I need to win the Asian Champions League at some point, and the only two countries that we won't have completed, if I'm not mistaken. I know we've still got 3 countries. We've got South Korea, China, and Australia. Which, to be fair, 3 of the countries that I would rather attempt the Asian Champions League with. Coyote Imibri gets it back, plays one forward for Imibri, pulls it across, Elapia taps in for his second goal of the game. His 12th of the season, it's 2-0, and we are going to be league champions right here. Barring an incredible collapse, to be fair. Again, you'd expect us, even if you just ignore the league standings, you'd expect us not to blow a 2-0 lead with 35 minutes to go. Which means we're probably going to blow a 2-0 lead with 35 minutes to go. Now I've said that. Elapia on for a hat-trick. Puts inside. Simon Sayer shoots from range. What a strike that is. Amirul Simon Sayer, 5th goal of the season. And that is incredible. And I don't know if my mic has just picked that up, but I've just had a goal notification as well. So we've got fans cheering for that. I might just leave it in just for the sake of it, because why not? Yeah, I've got Flash Score open in the background. I'm watching some football today as I'm recording it. And it was just perfect timing, basically. 3-0 up, where Elapia could do with coming off, but I don't want to take him off on 2 goals. Cross comes in, Yunus, header at goal, saved by Sirigar. I know we've said it at a couple of clubs that we're sort of used to not having very good goalkeepers so far in this series, but at this club we have 2 very, very good goalkeepers. Simon Sayer is fouled in the box. It is a penalty, and Elapia might not be a great penalty taker, but he's going to take this for the hat-trick. And he does get his hat-trick. He puts it in the bottom corner. And that is going to be his final bit of the game. Imibri also going to come off. And let's take off Kayo as well. So a hat-trick for Elapia, a goal for Simon Sayer. 4-0, 5 minutes to go. Oh, we're going to keep a clean sheet. They've hit the post. Gets to the rebound, but can't get it back in. It's cleared out. Clean sheet would just round off today, wouldn't it? It's been a pretty special day. We've had a very special goal by Simon Sayer. A hat-trick from Elapia. And a clean sheet to top it off. Oh, have we not? Why have we not lifted the trophy? Am I missing something here? points results between teams. So they can only catch us, and we beat them and drawn against them. So we should be champions, but apparently not. Okay, we go for one more game, even though according to the rules we've won it. So no idea what is going up there, unless I am reading that wrong, but I don't think I am. Results between teams, then goal difference in goals scored, so don't know. Well, we'll come back for one more game then in this episode, and we will proper seal it this time. So we have come back just before the next game, and I have made sort of a decision on the future. We are going to look at going into Wales with Ballatown, who are now up into 9th place as well, so bit of a bonus there. They have offered us a job interview. There was also another team available, but that has now disappeared. We don't care about any of these teams there. So I thought I'd just come back and we'll go through the interview process, as I have a slight hiccup there, and see what I'm sort of dealing with. I haven't really touched on this side too much throughout this series. We're managing number clubs, as we've done. Is that a good thing? A wide range of experience. If you want to take a step backwards in your career, we can arguably have the pick of many bigger teams. Not a massive drop, and I have experience already. Am I looking to move while the stock is high? I'll be able to bring momentum with me, definitely. Why do I intend to handle a workload of club and a national team? I've been doing it for years. Why is that still a question? Apply for a number of jobs whilst employed by another team throughout a career. Yeah. Convinced them. Previous manager didn't enjoy the best of relationships with the supporters. I've done that everywhere. Well below expectations on the worst run of the season. I have a reputation of that. Look at Malaysia. Relegation candidates one season, title winners next season. Bada bing, bada boom. Establish yourself as a club manager. Take charge now. I prefer to see out the current season. Working with current director of football. I mean, I don't want to commit, apparently. I'd be fine working with him, but I can't select that. They want top half finishes for the next few years. We want better than that. No expectations this season. I have no requests, and that is going to be the end of the meeting. So we will see if we get that job. Obviously, we need 1 point from our final 3 league games, which actually come a day apart each game. So not ideal, but it's what we're going to have to do. And yeah, I'll be back in one moment for the game, which is tomorrow. So a few changes for this game. We have gone with some youth prospects again. We've gone to rotate the squad where possible. Sugar continues in goal. Dano is still in at the back, but he's got Wayudi, Tabuni and Duamuni, Darren Murray alongside him in defence. Rahman, Zain Duddin in midfield. Kaimu, Zain and Umsen on the wings with Ueni up top for us. So yeah, Kaimu has just moved forward for Wayudi to come in. Umsen also on that wing. We've seen quite often so far. Actually, I'm going to switch Yunus in the Kaimu. Let him play some. And Moyadi in at left back. This is what happens when I pick my team, go away to eat, and then come back and I start to second guess myself. But that is what we're doing right now. 10 changes from our last game. And perhaps a bit of a risk, you know, with massive rotations, but all we need is a point, and we might not even need that, depending on what Cronus do. Cronus have to beat Surabaya, who are currently without a manager, I may add. They're sat in 5th place at the moment. Still slight hopes of continental football next season as Cronus take a very early lead. But as things stand, like I say, it doesn't make a difference. We picked up a couple of bookings very early on. Cronus are now 2-0 up. We can ignore them. We have a throw in Moyadi towards Tabuni, but it's headed clear. Moyadi with a chance to get the ball back in. Headed clear again, but only as far as Yunus this time, who keeps it in. Crosses in again, and it's a header. It's off the base of the post and then cleared out for a throw in. And a couple of big chances in there for some of these young lads. They come towards half time, and like I say, this is fine for me. It may not have been most entertaining for you guys, but if we're looking at it strictly from a managerial point of view, as we win a penalty, there's a push in the area there. Yunus, our best penalty taker. No, Ueni is. He's got, well, the level, but he's got better finishing, so we'll go with that. Yeah, from a managerial point of view, we're boring 0-0. He's absolutely fine. That's all we need. But Ueni to take the penalty, and why is it miles wide? That is a terrible penalty. Should have left it with Yunus. And that is the last kick of the first half as well. Let's give the fans a performance they're expecting of us. Quite a few players nervous in there. As free kick comes in and just over the bar. And let's tell them no pressure. Like I say, there's a lot of nervous players, and that really has backfired. Surabaya pull the goal back as well, I've just seen. 2-1 there. We're now on the hour mark, and I don't care if he's 1 yellow card away from suspension. Let's demand some more from them then. Adana is tired. He is going to come off for Darren Murray. And Sen can also come off, replaced by Ramad, and Ueni can come off. Or no, he can't. I've just seen Miadi's match rating. He can come off for. We'll stick Kaimu in at left back. He can't particularly play there, but he's a good right back, so surely he can do it at left back. And I do apologise for it not being the most entertaining game. But like I say, it's exactly what we need. They say nothing gets his head on it to Ramad. Switches wings for Yunus, who pulls it along the floor for Rahman. Yunus into the back of the net. Gatot Yunus scores the goal that is going to win the league title this time. This time, for sure. Still don't know why it hadn't happened last time, but we are now guaranteed it. It's a great finish from him. First time strike. Through the hands of the goalkeeper, so again, probably should have done a lot better. Probably should have been his second goal of the game as well, because I should have let him take the penalty, but I meddled. It backfired. But there we have it. We are league champions. We can't. Oh, they've just split it because it's just ISL. Not Indonesian Super League, it's just ISL. So we're getting them each end of the board, apparently. But yeah, title celebrations are underway. League and Cup double once again. And that is country number 6 completed. We qualify for the AFC Champions League. We've won the ISL. Please the board. It's exactly what we want. When does the Champions League start? January. But we don't come into it till the group stages, I don't believe. Which is February time. So we may have a new club by then. I am going to go and end this episode. So if you have enjoyed this, please do hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. We'll be back on Monday to see if we do get the job in Wales, if we do move on to somewhere else, or if we're still here. We will find out on Monday. Have a great weekend, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.